And we're at week 5, the last week in identifying intervals. And we're going to talk in this video about the quality of an interval. Remember, we identify intervals in 3 ways. By type, is it harmonic, meaning that the notes are played at the same time? Is it melodic, the notes are played one after the other? By quantity, how much space is between the first note and the second note? And then now it's going to be quality. Quality in terms of perfect, augmented, or diminished. We did go over quality major and minor in week number 4. So perfect intervals are unison, fourth, fifth, and octave. Once again, unison, fourth, fifth, and octave. Why do we call it perfect? For the non-mathematician, it's pretty complex. So in a nutshell, it has to do with the ratios, mathematical ratios, and how different frequencies resonate together. And it's based on the work by a Greek mathematician named Pythagoras, who lived between, I think it was 580 and 500 BC, long time ago. But his work laid the foundation for Western music. Wikipedia gives the easiest basic answer. Perfect intervals are so called because of their simple pitch relationships and their high degree of consonance, meaning they sound nice. So here's a unison. Basically, it just sounds like one note. Here's a perfect fourth. Here's a perfect fifth. And then the octave. So those are perfect intervals. Perfect intervals can also be augmented or diminished. When you augment an interval, you take it up a half step. So here's your perfect fourth. Here's an augmented fourth. So usually, most often, we just refer to the fourth or fifth as being either augmented or diminished, but technically, any of the notes could be augmented or diminished just by raising it or lowering it a half step. So here's a perfect fourth. Here's an augmented fourth, which also happens to be a diminished fifth. It's one and the same. Here's a perfect augmented fourth or diminished fifth. Here's a perfect fifth. Here's a diminished fifth. And here's a perfect octave. So some examples of these intervals: perfect unison. Row, row, row your boat. First 3 notes. Perfect fourth. Oh, Christmas tree, or Amazing Grace. Perfect fourth. Then we'll go to the perfect fifth. And the Star Wars theme. So we have a lot of movie themes going with identifying intervals here. The Star Wars theme. And then the perfect octave. And a good thing to go with that is, or a good song to go with that is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So we're going to go to the one example of a diminished or an augmented chord, and that is the diminished fifth or augmented fourth, which are one and the same. And the term for that, when you have one note spelled one way and the other, or one note spelled two ways, is an enharmonic spelling. So you could have a note, have an augmented fourth, or you could have it, you could call it a diminished fifth, and it kind of depends on the key and chord structure. So, but the song that goes with that is Maria from West Side Story. So, Maria. So that's the augmented fourth or diminished fifth. So let's just do a little bit of review of the perfect, perfect, augmented, and diminished. I'm going to play, I'll play unison, and then I want you to sing it, and then I'll play the interval, and then I want you to sing it with me after I play it. So here's unison, perfect unison. Ready? And let's do it on do. Do. Now we're going to do a perfect fourth. Ready and sing. Do, do. Now we're going to do an augmented fourth or diminished fifth. Ready? Do, do. And now perfect fifth. Ready? Do, do. Now perfect octave. Ready? Do, do. So today we went through perfect, augmented, diminished, and that's going to be the fourth, fifth, and octave. Unison, fourth, fifth, and octave are going to be perfect intervals. And if you go to my channel, drawing a blank here, my YouTube channel, this channel, and look for interval practice and as a playlist, and that'll take you to several links where someone else has created some videos for you to practice identifying intervals. Hope this was helpful, and we'll see you in the next video.